The Caspian Sea, the world's largest inland body of water, is disappearing. New satellite data show its level has fallen to a record low, nearly 30 meters below sea level. Once a cradle of life for 5 nations, the sea is now shrinking at an alarming pace, threatening ecosystems, trade routes, and millions who depend on its waters. Scientists warn this could become one of the century's greatest environmental disasters without urgent action. Satellite imagery from NASA reveals that the Caspian has lost more than 2 meters of water since the 1990s, with the pace of decline sharply increasing since 2020. Scientists say the crisis begins upstream in the Volga River, Europe's longest river stretching over 3,500 kilometers, supplies 80% of the Caspian's water. But in recent decades, its flow has dropped by almost 20% as over 40 dams, industrial use, and expanding irrigation systems divert water before it reaches the sea. Russian agricultural demand, intensified by Western sanctions and warmer, drier conditions, is further depleting the river's discharge, turning what was once the Caspian's lifeline into its greatest vulnerability. Falling water levels are devastating biodiversity. The Caspian seal, found nowhere else on Earth, has lost 95% of its population, with fewer than 70,000 remaining. Sturgeon, source of the world's prized caviar, have lost most of their spawning areas and are near extinction. Environmentalists warn the Caspian crisis mirrors the Aral Sea disaster, but with even greater consequences. The shrinking sea is altering weather patterns, drying wetlands, and accelerating desertification across southern Russia, Kazakhstan, and Azerbaijan. Exposed seabeds could release toxic dust, threatening air quality and public health. The crisis is also economic. The Caspian has long been a key trade and energy route linking Central Asia with Europe. Ports in Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, Russia, Iran, and Turkmenistan face billions in losses. Azerbaijan's Dubendi oil terminal has seen shipments fall, requiring constant dredging. Kazakhstan's Aktau and Kurik ports are also affected, with ships carrying lighter loads or waiting for higher tides. In Russia, shallow waters are disrupting access to the Volga-Don Canal, a vital link to global shipping. The energy sector, the backbone of regional economies, is feeling the pressure. Offshore oil platforms now require longer pipelines and deeper channels. Kazakhstan's Kashagan field, one of the largest in the world, faces mounting operational costs. Experts warn that if the trend continues, the Caspian's northern oil zones could become completely inaccessible. Despite repeated warnings, regional cooperation remains weak. The 2003 Tehran Convention was meant to protect the Caspian, but key protocols on biodiversity and environmental assessment are still largely unimplemented.